What is going on? It is October 20th, 2025, approximately 8:27 a.m. on that eastern side. Now, y'all know we done flipped them poles, so it might be western. I don't know, but I'm Damika, and it's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth. Now, welcome yourselves on in. Welcome yourselves on in. If you're not familiar with this platform, first of all, thank you for just being here, right, in general, and thank you for just being you. Thank you for being awesome, and thank you for being willing to take on this mission, this journey, right? The purpose of Lost Souls Tarot Cards is to basically pull out truths through portals that I've created and made them into multi-dimensional tarot cards. Okay, so what I do is I invite a lot of energies and a lot of spirits to come on through, welcome themselves through me, and welcome themselves through the portals that are open through the cards. So if this isn't the kind of content that you're into, then I suggest you go ahead on, because it may be some truths revealed that some entities, beings, individuals may not be ready for. All right. And so it could be for entertainment purposes, it could be for educational purposes, it could be for universal purposes. It depends on what frequency you on and who's tuning in. All right, so my daughter, she gave me some new incense. This is called the Galaxy Incense Sticks, okay? I think she got it through Amazon, I'm not sure. But this is called the Galaxy Incense, okay? So we're going to welcome these bad boys in. Wow. And then we're also going to welcome in these energies and spirits. Today is Monday. How did you all recover over the weekend? I'm not going to lie. I went through my body had to release some things. And we did it like my body did it so gracefully. You know, it was a few moments where it was like, oh shoot, could this be the one, Elizabeth, am I coming type moment? But overall, it was a great experience to release all that unwanted garbage that I had in me, okay? I had a great experience with sleep. I was sleeping more on the floor than I was on the bed, okay? So realigning my body, if you want to say. If you ever notice, remember when we used to have our drinking days, or if we still be out there taking up shots? If you take too many, you end up on the bathroom floor with your clothes off because the cold floor just somehow bring us back to life. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up this back door. We're ready to ring this bell, welcome in these spirits. I am going to read. I started writing another poem. I don't know what it's going to be called yet. I didn't finish it yet, so I'm not going to share it until I finish it. So I'm going to go ahead and read a random thought out of my book, hashtag Reverse the Negative. That's me, Damika, that's me. That is growing back, it's growing back. Okay, so let's get into, let me see. Yeah, we're going to go into random thoughts. The last one that we read was Note to Thyself, God is Energy. So this one is going to be Let Freedom Ring. Freedom comes when you stop waiting for others to give it to you. It's our duty to fight for our freedom and win. Freedom is oxygen. Freedom is oxygen to the soul and spirit. Freedom is fire and energy to the mind and water to the body. Freedom is given to us upon our creation and sealed with protection. Freedom is me. Freedom is you. Freedom is us individually and collectively. Ashe. All right, so that is called Let Freedom Ring, okay? Confirmation, let it ring, baby, let it ring. Okay, let me open up this back door. I already got the water cut off. All right, loves, let's welcome in the energies and spirits. All right, we would like to take this time now to welcome any and all energies in life form that would like to come in spirit and energy form. Come through with your truth. You are not allowed to come with any lies. We appreciate all stories, and all stories will be respected and appreciated and brought to life. We thank you for sharing. Thank you to the ancestors, right? Thank you to the spirit guides. Thank you to the universe. Thank you to whatever gods and goddesses, deities, deitists that you have been praising and conjuring up. While we give praise and thanks to them, what was your purpose of conjuring them up? What is your purpose of praising them? Did you know that they would rather you praise yourselves first? So I had a weekend. Things ain't where it's supposed to be. So I haven't been over here in this space in a little while. I've been doing other creative things though, so the flow of energy kept moving. Even while I was under the weather, the flow of energy kept moving. That's hot. That's good. All right. Let's get into it. We're going to go ahead and pull out these community helpers. I've had some family members cross over. Or, once you leave your physical body, you kind of wander in this space for about, what they say, 180 days or so. So I've had some family members transitioning. All right. There's been some up and down things going on within my own household. Right. Calling for the family to come together. Calling for us to go within a whole lot more and think about the choices that we're making out in this world. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to go ahead and tap into some community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws, okay? All right, so let's get into it. Hopefully you all are being strong, remaining strong within the mind while this is going on, right? Government shutdown. No more control over the mind, right? All right, so we're getting to the bottom of the community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws. And we got defectors and moles out here, okay? Deep cover agents, sleeper agent, espionage agent, long-term snake, okay? All right. We're going to pull out 12 more. We're going to pull out 12 more. All right, I'm looking at special code used to protect dark secrets. You need a key phrase chosen by character or creator. So special code used to protect dark secrets. You need a key phrase chosen by creator. So defectors and moles know of a special code that is used to protect dark secrets, okay? That's what I'm getting from that. Okay, the sleeper agent, they know the special code to the dark secrets. The key phrase was chosen by the creator. Okay, I got serpent in Eden. Sorry, let me get it off the top here. Serpent in Eden. And then I also got Sophia, Adam and Eve. Y'all know we're going to look that up. This also was on top. All right, we got, now they saying you doing black magic. I got to cleanse some more energies. I'll be back, the devil. Oh, shoot. So now they're saying we doing the black magic out there. The defectors and the moles. Now they're saying we the ones doing the black magic out there, right? The devil said he'll be back, though. He got to go cleanse some more energies. Yeah. See the oh my goodness gracious. All right, so we got Carlsbad Cavern. All right, we got Carlsbad Cavern that came on out with some coordinates. Okay, we got some coordinates right here. Bear with me while I try to read it. I'm looking at 32 degrees, 25 miles west. I'm north. 32 degrees, 25 miles north. 104 degrees, 14 miles west. Okay. I'm trying to learn how to read these coordinates. All right. We got castles for time travelers. Castles for time travelers. And for some reason, I'm looking at Sunday at 8:59 p.m. Security clearance. Okay. Sunday at 8:59 p.m. Security clearance. Okay. Okay. So Defectors and Moles. They are using, or they know of, a special code that is used to protect dark secrets. All right, this is going back to the times of the serpent and Eden and Sophia, Adam, and Eve. Okay, these defectors and moles has been moving through centuries, timelines, because of the multi-universe is. Okay, the devil said, now they talking about y'all doing black magic. We doing the black magic, the ones that's out here telling the truth, right, or speaking their truth, right? The devil said, I'll be back. We gonna cleanse some more energies. Speaking of energies to cleanse, we moving to Carlsbad Cavern, okay? We went over this in the last transmission, I believe. Go ahead and check out the last transmission. Something's going on there, okay? Has been going on there. Castles are for travelers, time travelers, okay? The castles are for the time travelers. Talking about some Sunday at 8:59 p.m. You're gonna need a security clearance, or you had one. I'm looking at some years right now. I'm looking at some years, okay? 1960, 1959, 1913. I'm looking at some years. People could have been born in those years. Something could have happened during that timeline of that year. Defectors and Moles. Okay. We got Electoral College, okay? Electoral College came on out. Electoral College, hold on. Electoral College. And I'm looking at myths are truths. Myths are truths. Electoral College, okay? Body of people represented the states of the U.S. Formally cast votes for the election of the vice president and vice president. For the president and vice president. Body of electors chosen and appointed by a large group, a cartel. Okay, so you got you got defectors and moles within the Electoral College. All right. That was portal number 10. Myths are truths. Myths are truths. Okay, they are true. We got covenants. I'm looking at the word covenants. I'm looking at covenants. Okay, I'm looking at covenants. This is portal 11. Defectors and moles are within covenants. Restrictive, racial, and political. Okay, they're using a special code. Okay, they have also used castles for time traveling. Okay, this is going all the way back during the times of Serpent and Eden, or 1960, 1959, 1913. Has something to do with the Electoral College. Okay, we know about how the Senate is full of witches and warlocks. Okay, that whole house of represented all y'all witches and warlocks. They're full of them. Okay, they're full of them. Okay, so we got covenants here: political, restrictive, racial. Anything on the back here? No. Portal number 11. Social security numbers tied to public trust accounts. All caps name. That's what I'm looking at. Used to track all commercial activity, debt, and income. You're looking at that now. Okay, so defectors and moles. Working with covenants to tap into these public trust accounts, the all caps name. Okay. All right, let's get portal number 13 out. Portal number 13 out, please and thank you. Portal number 13, please and thank you. Okay, So these all fell, but we're only going to take the one that was on top, which was these coordinates here. Right? It was these coordinates. 747,042 victims. 37.18 degrees north, 18.10 degrees west. As above, so below. Trap being released, all is being revealed. I'm looking at that portal. Okay. But that would have been 14. So we're going to leave it at 13. Okay, we're going to leave it at 13. So we started off heavy with defectors and moles. Okay, defectors and moles, deep cover agents, long-term snakes, sleeper agents, espionage agents. Okay, they know of or is using a special code, like that U.S. code, to protect dark secrets, right? And the reason why I said the U.S. code, because the Electoral College came out here. We got voting season right here. I am speaking. Let your rage fuel you. Okay? That's a body of people representing the states of the U.S. They formally cast votes for the election of the president and vice president. Body of electors chosen and appointed by a large group. Cartel. Okay. They're using castles for time traveling. Let's get to these with Serpent in Eden, because that popped out. So that's letting us know that that's coming from centuries ago. This is coming from the biblical times, right? So we got Serpent in Eden. Let's look that up. Let's get familiar with Serpent in Eden. Serpent. All right, Serpent in Eden, spiritual meaning. The serpent in the Garden of Eden is one of the most complex and debated symbols in religious and esoteric thought. Traditionally seen as the tempter who brought about humanity's fall, the serpent also appears as a figure of liberation, challenging divine authority and unveiling hidden truths. So let's go to the esoteric symbolism of it. All right. This is coming from the Living Core. Yeah, this is coming from the Living Lore. Follow the White Rabbit, okay? By Elizabeth, January 12, 2025, she wrote this. Esoteric symbolism of the serpent in the Garden of Eden, okay? So, the serpent in the Garden of Eden is one of the most beta symbols. All right, we read that. To fully grasp its significance, we must delve into ancient Gnostic ideas of the demiurge, the serpent's potential role as a liberator, and the philosophical implication of free will as seen in angels and humanity. The serpent and the demiurge, a cosmic challenge. And Gnostic interpretations, particularly those of the Sethian tradition, the serpent plays a pivotal role in unveiling the truth about the creator God, known as the demiurge, which is the creator of your God, which is the God, the creator of the illusional world, of this materialistic world, right? Your politicians and all them, your school systems, your military, them. The demiurge, often identified with the Old Testament God, is viewed not as the ultimate divine being, but as a flawed, arrogant creator who believes himself to be supreme. And we know a lot of those in esotericism, however you say that word, it's a lot of them calling themselves supreme beings, right? Very arrogant. Be careful of who you're studying from, right? Who you're connecting with. Always just take your notes. Don't attach. Take your notes. Do not attach to these beings. Not even I. Do not. He is said to have shaped the material world, trapping souls within its confines and enforcing ignorance of the higher spiritual realms. The serpent's actions in Eden served to subvert the demiurge's dominion, offering humanity the knowledge that would lead to spiritual awakening. By persuading Eve to eat the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the serpent reveals the illusion of the demiurge's authority and sets humanity on a path towards self-awareness and spiritual growth. This act of defiance positions the serpent not as an agent of evil, but as the challenger to an oppressive cosmic order. And they named the damn snake the Defector and the Mole. You see how they flip things around? Always take your notes, don't attach to anything. All right, so you got the demiurge's origins and motivations within this article. It's going to be in the resources in the description box. The serpent and free will. Okay, we got the serpent as liberator and guide, angels, animals in the unique position of humanity, comparative mythology, serpent symbolism across cultures, common questions about the serpent in Eden, and then they also got the serpent's complex legacy within it. This is beautiful to know. Expand your minds in every single way. So that was serpent in Eden. So you had defectors and moles that was going on way back when the serpent in Eden was around. Right? Constructing different stories. And then you also have Sophia, Adam, and Eve. So let's look into that as well, because we all know the story of Adam and Eve, correct? Well, let's get into it. What up, Sophia, baby? Sophia, Adam, and Eve. Let's get into it. So, the spiritual meaning of Sophia, Adam, and Eve is deeply intertwined in Gnostic cosmology and theology, or Gnostic, Gnostic, whatever that word is. Gnostic, okay? Sophia is often seen as the divine feminine personification of wisdom, the youngest of the eons, and is associated with the human soul. Adam and Eve, in contrast, are seen as the original androgynous beings who through separation from Sophia became the male and female entities that are the foundation of the material world, your demiurge. The separation of Sophia from Adam is considered the cause of the fall and the creation of the material world. In Gnostic texts, the creation of the demiurge, also known as Yaldabaoth, is viewed as a mistake made during Sophia's descent from the pleroma, leading to the creation of the material world. This descent introduces imperfection, suffering, and ignorance into existence, as the material world is shaped through Sophia's unintended actions. Despite her fall, Sophia remains ever present in the world, infusing it with beauty and spiritual potential. The Gnostic myth of Sophia also emphasizes the importance of the divine spark within all humans, which is believed to be the source of spiritual awakening and redemption. The divine spark is believed to be hidden within humanity and is the key to overcoming the division that separate us from our true selves and from the earth. So, in summary, the spiritual meaning of Sophia, Adam, and Eve is a complex interplay of divine wisdom, the separation of the divine from the material, and the potential for spiritual awakening and redemption. Okay, so we're going to also put that in the description as well. Definitely sound like Defectors and Moles was definitely doing their defectoring and moleling. Moleling. Molering? I don't know. But they was doing their thing. Deep cover agents during the time of Sophia, Adam, and Eve. Devil said that's okay. Now they saying you doing black magic. When you just got natural, pure magic. You are the magic, right? You should have never had to step outside of your own magic. That's when it became dark and black. Castles for time travelers. Let's look that up. Remember this came out? Castles for time travelers. Let's look that up real quick. Comment below if you ever come across this video and you got your notebook and your pens. Comment below which ones you want to tap into. Which portal you want to reopen. If you would like to reopen a portal and expand on it more, we can do that. Castles for time travelers. Oh, I lost my train of thought. I almost lost my train of thought. Castles for time travelers. So we got historic havens, history collection, 10 restored castles, where we're at historycollection.com. Historic havens, 10 restored castles where time travelers can experience medieval life. We got Chateau de Chambord in France. We got Warwick Castle in England. Berg Eltz in Germany. Oh my goodness, these things. Ooh. Edinburgh Castle in Scotland. You got Castello di Amorosa in USA. Where is that at? California, Napa Valley. You got Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany. You got, I'm trying to say these words. Hohensalzburg Fortress in Austria. Good day, Governor. You got Alcazar of Segovia in Spain. Number 9 is Ashford Castle in Ireland. And number 10 is Prejama Castle in Slovenia. It's inside of a mountain, y'all. These things look very dark. It just, look at where they built them at. So myths are truths, okay? All right, so where we're at, 27 minutes and 47 seconds. Don't forget Sunday at 8:59 p.m. security clearance, okay? Sunday at 8:59 p.m. security clearance. Let's get some music out. Let's see what the music's singing. Music is the rhythm, right? Music is the soul, rhythm is the spirit. Okay, so we got stand out. Whatever you do, make sure you stand out. Okay, make sure you stand out. Stand Out by Tevin Campbell, and then we got Lovers and Friends. Watch out for Lovers and Friends, okay? By Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Usher, Ludacris, okay? So we got Stand Out. I'm looking at the dates. April 7th, 1995. November 12th, 1976. Dan Rounds. Walt Disney Pictures Television. Buena Vista. $37.6 million. 5 U.S. Grammys. $18 million I'm looking at. Quincy Jones, 1989. Bobby Humphries, 1988. Daryl Simmons, Babyface, 1993. That was for Stand Out, Tevin Campbell, A Goofy Movie. Lovers and Friends, November 9th, 2004. 2024 Democratic National Convention. BME, Chapter 2, Bankruptcy, Kings of Crunk. Headquarters, Universal Republic Records. NHL, Hartsfield Jackson Airport, as above, so below. All right, we got Atlanta, Georgia, 1995 through 2005. San Francisco Bay Area. All right, we got Lil Bo, Big Sam, Michael Sterling, TBT, Black Market. Alchemize that dark shit. Okay? Alchemize it. Whatever is going on, alchemize it. And you can use the music to help you with your alchemizing. Okay? The music starts within you, but you can also use music to help you alchemize dark shit. Make the algorithm yours. Start making up your own words to the beats that you like. Right? You don't have to say their words and their lyrics, but you need to listen to their stories. They're telling you everything within their stories and their storylines. Let's get to the bottom of it. What does it say? Listen to the, I just said it. Listen to the words. Listen to the words in the story, okay? Listen to the words in the story. Alchemize it. Okay, slow down. Slow down. Girl, let me love you. Darling, I care. I care for you. Then we got the best part featuring her. Best part. That's the four that we're going to pull for music today. Stand out. Stand out. And everything that you do, stand out. Right? Slow down, though, so that you're able to see the best part. Right? But most importantly, stand out. Over all your lovers and friends, make sure you stand out. ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Let's get into it. We're going to get into some ABCs and 1, 2, 3s real quick. Okay. We got the letter F and E. The letter F and E. The letter F and E is what we got. Okay. We got U. The letter U and the letter T. What's next? The letter O. The letter N. Finally about to spell somebody's name. So that was F-E-U-T-O-N. We're going to pull one more. Tell me if y'all can spell a word or a name with those letters, or comment below your name that begins or ends with the letters. All right. Do any of these letters, are they within your name? Are you a defector and a mole? K and J. We got K and J. So, all right. So we got F-E-T-U-N-O-K-J. All right. Those letters. Came out with all letters today. All letters. Amazing. Amazing. It is amazing. All right. Let's go with the Zodiacs. We're going to get 4 out of here. Zodiac star systems, planes, planets that are breaking free from their nets. All right, what do we see? Let's get to the bottom of this. We got a Taurus in the atmosphere. All right, we got a Taurus out here, right? Taurus, you are ran by Venus. Stability, practicality, sensuality. April 20th through May 20th could be very relevant. My little stomach is still trying to balance itself out. It's not funny, but it is. Because you just got to learn how to embrace life and all of its challenges, right? When I was throwing up like the Exorcist, though, it was not funny, but it was refreshing to get that shit out of my system. You know what I'm saying? So, Taurus, you also represent the neck and the throat. The throat and the neck. The throat, yeah. The throat and the neck within the body. Let's see what else you got. You're the bull. Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. All right, Taurus, welcome, welcome. You got Taurus in the atmosphere, saying focus on stability, practicality, and sensuality. Let's get to the bottom of it. What we got? Water signs coming on now. All right, we got the Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios coming out. All right, we got you Pisces. Focus on the feet, okay? Cancer, chest and stomach, okay? Scorp, we got reproductive organs, all right? Fluidity, adaptability, emotion, profound conversations, mysterious, highly intuitive, and ultra sensitive. All right. Ooh, y'all done fell. Yeah, y'all done fell. So Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio jumped out of my hand. What's going on with y'all? Let's see. Pisces, Neptune is your ruler. Cancer, Moon, you ran by the moon. And Scorpio, Pluto. You fell though. Scorpio. You got Kali, the goddess of death and sex. You fell. Alright. Cancer. Let's see where you at. The moon has fallen. Artemis, the goddess of moon and wilderness. Alright, you got Pisces. Where are you at? Ishtar, Neptune, the god of forethought and humankind. Oh wait, no, that's Aquarius. I'm sorry. So Ishtar, Neptune, okay? You falling. You fell out the hands. Jupiter is all about hope and growth. Jupiter is all about hope and growth, okay? Jupiter is all about hope and growth. So that's the Sagittarius. Then we got the Spirit of the North. That's coming up, y'all. We're in the West now, fall. So we got the Spirit of the North, which is winter. Wisdom, resilience, ultimate creator, reflect, survival, inner strength, teachings of the cold, respect for all, especially nature. All right. So that was Zodiacs, that was ABCs. All right, so we got family, and then we got universal laws, and then we're going to go ahead with the yes, no, maybes, okay? All right, so yes, no, maybe. You're going to ask yourselves 3 questions. Before you ask yourselves those 3 questions, you're going to take a deep breath in, you're going to hold it, and then you're going to release. But we're going to go ahead on to the family members. Yeah, we're going to go to the family members, then the universal laws, and then we're going to go ahead and rock on out with the yes, no, maybes. All right, so family, can you trust them? Do you got some defectors and moles within your family, right? Could the water signs be defectors and moles? Could the Taurus be a defector and mole, right? Are the defectors and moles standing out? Through lovers and friends, all right? Your aunt is protecting you. Your aunt is protecting you, whoever you are. Your aunt is protecting you, but your mom-in-law hates you. All right, so you got your aunt that's protecting you, but you got your mom-in-law that hates you. These are the 4 that came out. Your brother is compromised by darkness. Damn, he a defector and a mole. So is your mom-in-law. Your aunt protecting you, however, and you got a grandma energy out there. A grandma energy. Alright? Grandma energy is, hold on, let me make sure it's sitting up the right way. Grandma energy is a pillar of guidance and foster resilience. They are of wisdom, authentic love. They can be here in the physical or moving through in energy. They're very trustworthy, loyal, safety, healing, ancestral connection, connects you to your roots, a bridge to the divine, and always there. So throughout all this goddamn, your mom-in-law and your brother, through all that darkness, you still got your aunt out there that's protecting you and your grandma energy. Comment below if you would like these reads to be a little bit longer. If you would like certain sections to be a little bit longer. Right? Because we have community helpers, emotions, entities, legal laws. We have family. We got zodiacs. That's the star systems and constellations. Lord, excuse me. We got the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. Right? We got universal laws and we got music. We also got celebrities. Right? USA and beyond. Let me know where y'all want to go with this. Alright, so we're going to pull out some universal laws. Today we've been pulling out mainly 4s. So let's go ahead and get 9 universal laws out. We did 13 community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got the Galactic Federation, okay? Alright, we got the Galactic Federation that could have defectors and moles within it, right? Or could be watching out for the defectors and moles and taking action against the defectors and moles, right? The Galactic Federation, galaxies, densities, and other aspects of time, upholds universal laws, cooperative group of advanced spiritual beings, operate across 5D and higher frequencies, watch over the evolution in consciousness and ascension of Gaia, or the plane, guides humanity towards spiritual growth and cosmic heritage. Divine Empress, okay? The Divine Empress may be a defector or mole, or the Galactic Federation is protecting the Divine Empress from defectors and moles, okay? Whatever resonates on your side of the boat. Embrace feminine aspect of spirituality. All right. This Divine Empress embraces motherhood. She's a radiant symbol of fertility, abundance, and the nurturing power of the divine female or woman. She represents the creative force that brings life into being and sustains it. She is the universal power of creation. There's no more chaos, okay? These defectors and moles are not allowed to cause any more chaos. There's no more fear of poverty, okay? That's the big reason why there's no more chaos. There's no more fear of poverty. Well, there's no more fear of fear in general. I have not committed robbery within. I have not disobeyed the universal laws, right? I am a universal sacrifice, right? So that's why these defectors and moles are not allowed to touch you, right? And I hope you're saying these things out loud. I am a universal sacrifice. I have not disobeyed the universal laws. I have not committed robbery within, right? That's why I'm saying it like that to you, tapping into this video. Excuse me, burp. Universal sacrifice. You have become a universal sacrifice by being by showing compassionate acts, right? You create a sense of belonging and interconnectedness through shared struggles and experiences. You've put others before yourself, right? Selfless service. You fulfill missions in universe's will on earth. Salute to you. All right. That was 7. We got 2 more portals to open. Wait. 7, yep. 2 more to open up. Boy, have we grown. If you watch out my beginning transmissions, we used to be counting each one. What number was I on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Shout out to y'all. All right, let's get to the bottom of it. Where are we at with it? You are love. And you better not forget it. You are love. Okay? And portal number 9. I have not swindled offerings. Okay? I have not swindled offerings. Well, these politicians out here, man. They the swindlers of the swindlers. All right, so that's our 9 universal laws. If you want the readings to be longer, let me know. If you want me to go in depth with another tier or another portal, if you want to open up more portals, let me know which topic interests you the most. If not, we're just going to keep rocking out on a daily like this. All right, so let's get to the yes, no, maybes. Right? Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Go ahead and ask yourself that first question. Make sure it's nice and short, right? But you want to make sure that it's a strong question, that you mean the question, that you stand on your question. Don't be afraid of the question that you're asking. These answers are not your final answers. These answers are just guides, assistance towards your final answer. You are the creator. You are the creator. Not me, not no one else. You. You are the creator of your world. All right, here's your answer. Nothing there? All right. Am I creating illusions? Are you creating illusions? Okay. So remember when I said be clear about your question that you're asking? You want to make sure that you're very clear and you're not asking questions based on someone else's perception or someone else's life, right? That's when it becomes illusional. That's when it's not yours, right? Are you creating illusions based off of something that's not true? Are you asking something that's not true or something that's not of you? All right, let's get to the second question. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Ask that question. All right, here comes your answer. So it came in the reverse, and it said, maybe rethink this option. Maybe rethink this option. And then it came in the reverse. So maybe not rethink that option. That wasn't very clear. Let's see what the next one would have said. It's a maybe again. Okay, so that was a maybe. Maybe. It's up to you. Rethink the option, though. Or maybe you don't need to rethink the option. Maybe you know the answer, right? You know the answer. So there's no need to rethink the option. Oh. And then it said yes. That was for the second. Then I was just shuffling and then it said yes. So that was all for question 2, right? First it came in the reverse. Maybe rethink this option. Right, and then right behind it was maybe. And then as I'm talking to you about it, then yes, this shot on out there. Again, you are the finalizer, right? Third question, take that deep breath in. If it comes in a reverse, that's just how it comes, all right? A lot of these are upside down and inside out. If it says yes and it's upside down, it's still a yes. If it says no and it's upside down, I have your answer. Then it's still a no. Take a deep breath in. Release. Go ahead and ask your question. Go ahead and ask your question. Here's your answer. Yes. All right, so you got a yes for that third one. You got a yes. All right, beloved. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this transmission. Come on back. Maybe not tomorrow. I don't know. I got a lot of other things going on. So let's see. I got to make up a new schedule, right? I used to do this every day. I used to come on YouTube and do this every day. But we'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out. I appreciate you all for tuning in, though. I genuinely appreciate you. If you stuck here throughout the whole video or you've been sticking around throughout the whole transmissions, thank you for your support. If you've come across these videos and you were reading my blogs, right, and you've shot across here from reading my blogs, thank you so much for taking the opportunity to see the videos and see how the portals are opened up and see how the cards play out, right? So with that being said, we're getting ready to release these energies and spirits. We rebuke all spells, rituals, and castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly, anything and everything that we are connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and etherically, all are protected. All is transmuted into whatever was sent to us, and then is sent back to its source because we are sovereign and free. Any agreements and contracts that we may have agreed to while we were being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are all cut, and they are all ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. I am sovereign. I am sovereign. I am sovereign. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Now you want to say that prayer or any prayer and increments of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your manifestation, your dream, or your vision to come alive. Gotta shake it off. Gotta shake it off. Still trying to come back to life myself. But make sure you're taking care of yourselves always. It's always mind over matter. In this little grimy world that we're in, make sure you take care of your health as well. I gotta stop eating on the junk foods, okay? They call junk food for a reason, Damika. Stop eating it. All right, beloveds, let's get this bell rung and let's get them on out of here. All right, you are welcome to leave now. In fact, you must go. You are not allowed to linger. Your spirits must go back to whichever avatar, whichever lane you came from. We thank you for your truths. We thank you for your insights, right? We thank you for your intuition. We know that a lot of you are not able or strong enough to come in your physical form to tell the truth. So we thank you for being here and telling your truth. Now you must go. Thank you. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Much peace, much light, much love, but especially much darkness. Did it do it? Dang, darkness.